Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I just love the positivity and attitude that Erling Haaland delivers on a football field. It's almost as if he's still on the training ground. And there's one little story in a game where he scored 4, but he was still angry. And asked why he was angry, he said, well, I missed one of my good chances. I think he's destined for greatness.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Haaland! And he's managed to get free. Haaland! And he nearly went all the way.
Haaland certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Mbappe. Played out wide, and that was nowhere near his best. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Solot is herring after that one. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's fizzed it forward. Knocks it into space. Haaland. João Neves. Can he spark a counter here? Vietnam are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Engages and forces him off the ball. Van der Ven.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Bellingham does well to get it back. Bellingham powering forward here. Can he get on the end of this? And he welcomes it in. Oh, well played. Rice. And it's Timber. Now João Neves. Timber. And here's Haaland. Out towards the flank. DiMarco. Played into the middle. Chooses to go cross-field.
Good ball, that too.
Now, can they get him away? And he was quick to react. Haaland. João Neves. Could move up a gear here. 15 minutes till half-time. Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Pressure coming in from all directions. Played back in. Distributed tidily. Oh, good take in a good area.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh no, what has happened here?
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Szoboszlai. Haaland could try cutting inside here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Kimmich. Kimmich's cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And that is a little undercooked. Bellingham. And here's Haaland. Rice, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. João Neves. And it's Timber. And here's Haaland. And it's Neves. Van der Ven. Can he get it through? It's a promising position. Lofted in. A header! DiMarco getting this one clear. And they've got rid. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Szoboszlai. Rice knocks it out wide. Deep cross. Climbs up big!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Szoboszlai. Not the most accurate pass. Mbappe. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's...
Can he finish? Goal! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Vietnam have fired themselves in front.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
DiMarco stood his ground strongly.
Vietnam are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Szoboszlai gets a foot in here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Can he finish? It's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Vietnam are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Vietnam are of course in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And it's Doué. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Rodrigo. Oh, that's neat.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, that's clever. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now he's got space here. Oh, they could be caught out here. He's having a go. No mistake. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
No, he's not getting his way this time. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Thinks about the shot. Kimmich gets a cross in. And the shot! And it's in! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. Vietnam present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Eyeball to eyeball with the goalkeeper. What a save by David Raya! Barella. Now it's Rice. Oh, that's an excellent interception. And he's in on goal! Rice plays it short. Rodrigo. He can get that clear. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Looking to play him in. Oh, super ball. Decent chance! More pressure on the opposition goal.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Rice with the short one. There's the shot! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Doué clearly is very disappointed, but at least his boss is applauding him for his efforts. That's the kind of attacking endeavour they need.
Rice. And here's Mbappe, looking for the run. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Solot for Olise. Rice. Solot looking to get on the end of this. Akanji. And it's Rice. Goes looking wide.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's had a shot! Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Vietnam are enjoying their moments of Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
The great playmaker João Neves is very comfortable with the ball at his feet, Peter, and good at resisting pressure, protecting the ball. He's going to be key if the manager is asking his players to get the ball out of defence at that high tempo.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Spread neatly. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Lovely ball and Matheus Cunha! That is delicious! About as smooth as it gets. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And they can counter here. And he skips past his man. He's got away. Oh, such a clever touch. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Hernandez clears it away. And now they can spring out of defence. This looks promising. And he's managed to get free. Kimmich, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Bellingham, João Neves. And he's cut it out. He can get that clear. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Sorloth. He won't be happy with that one. Vietnam are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Haaland, that's a good ball out wide. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Haaland. Kimmich, that is a great pick out. Martinez gets his hands on it and the danger is averted.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a
chance for a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's heaved it away. Van Dijk. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Now there's a fine ball. Chance, surely! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Bellingham. Played back to the goalkeeper. Bellingham. Nice looking ball. Sorloth.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Not the most convincing of passes. Back into the middle. Played out wide. And he's picked it up out wide. Produces a cross. And that has been knocked clear. It's a promising position. Ball comes in.
Well played and well cleared.
Has a look and plays it forward. Haaland. Bellingham. Now, what about a counter-attack? And that could set him on his way. Look at the space here. And the shot! No mistake! And the comeback is complete. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Now it's Haaland. Stood up well to him there. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That has been slung wide. And it's Bellingham. Now that's well seen too. Haaland. Now he's got space here. Oh, that's a key interception. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
And we're underway again.
Vietnam can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
That'll be a throw-in.
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And a chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Rice really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Vietnam have their second corner now. Real chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Gabriel actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So, third corner of the game. Keeper has taken decisive action. Martinez herring after the ball here. Out towards the flank. Played back in. Great vision. Crosses it in here. Van Dijk clears it away. DiMarco. Van Dijk. DiMarco. Oh, important interception. And he's there to get it away. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Sorloth, who's set up one goal so far. Now it's Haaland. And he's in on goal. Tries a shot! He's scored! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Now it's Ramos. Kimmich. For Pedro Neto. Now it's Sorloth. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Can he get on the end of this? And here comes the corner. So their fourth corner of the game. Oh, he's been caught napping. Well, that has not gone well. He's having a shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Bellingham. And the pass is intercepted. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And it's Timber. Threads one in. Good ball, good take. It is a corner. And it's been taken short. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And the finish! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Yeah, he's fouled him there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Vietnam have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Succumbs to the pressure. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Short changes him with that pass. Well, that is one way to stop him. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And here's Ramos. Shapes to shoot! Danger averted for now. Can he get it through? 4 added minutes on the board. Takes a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
This is a Hollywood or bus corner. The final whistle is up next.
Rice goes short. Aimed in towards... He rises! Yes! He's done it! And that may just do it! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Having turned the game on its head, now can... And there goes the final whistle. Vietnam have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The action has already started. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Haaland. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Kimmich. That's the throw. And that was nowhere near his best. Mbappe absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And he's there to retrieve it. Rice producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Goes down, but nothing given. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Now it's Mbappe.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. Tries to play it through. Oh, takes a shot! It's there! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
So, a breakthrough already. He has found a way through. Nicely spread. Played in. Raya claims it without any fuss. Rafinha.
Vietnam are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Out towards the flank. Passing is crisp and sharp. Stood up well to him there. Rafinha. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And he's intervened well there. And they can counter here.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. In towards the back stick.
Well, we've seen much better choices than that. That always looked like the wrong one.
Van de Ven. Van Dijk. Gonzalo Ramos!
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Now that looks a decent ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Some front-footed pressing going on here. Gonzalo Ramos. DiMarco.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Szoboszlai. Some really good ball movement. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's a stunning goal! A finish of true class! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now. Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And it's DiMarco. And he's been shifted off it. Hernandez. And it's Barella. And he's quick to get it clear again. And that's been won straight back. And the first half is done. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seemed to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Vietnam are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Great chance! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Van Dijk getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Barella. Van de Ven. Hernandez. To Barella. That pass has been well intercepted. Haaland. Rafinha. And it's Kimmich. Knocks it out wide.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose. Gets his head on it! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Szoboszlai, and that interception was most necessary. Timber. He's on it. Can he get away? Played into the box. Cleared without hesitation. Haaland. Quarter of an hour into the second half. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
That ball looks a good one. And that has left him in a heap. Van Dijk gets good distance on it. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Kimmich is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Spread it left. Now it's Mbappe. He's found a way through. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Barella.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Barella. Timber. Well read, nice interception. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, perfectly measured that. Kimmich. Oh, such a clever touch. That's the keeper's ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rafinha. And here's Ramos.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. That's just playing it safe and simple.
DiMarco. And it's Rice. Picked out brilliantly. Played out wide. And it's Soboslai. Knocks it out wide. DiMarco. Fired deep towards the back post. That'll be a throw. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. And looking down the list of names, it does look, Jim, as though it's going to be a 5-3-2.
Well, it could be a disguise, Peter, for something else. And that five at the back can easily produce wing-back.
He's having a shot! And it's a goal! He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Vietnam finding themselves unexpectedly behind. João Neves. Timber. And Gabriel van der Ven. Can he get it through? Surlot. Rafinha. He shifted it to the flank. In by DiMarco. João Neves gets a foot in here.
Rafinha really was well marshalled there because he was denied the
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Rice taking charge of the dead ball.
It's always nice to get an early sighter, and even better if this finds its way to the back of the net, obviously.
That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific. Terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Gabriel. Rice.
Vietnam are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best.
Shapes to shoot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Ramos, looking for options for movement.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And he's intervened well there. And he's managed to get free. And a shot! It's there! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time.
Bullish header! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now it's Surlot. Gonzalo Ramos. And he's there to get it away. And that's been won straight back. And it's DiMarco. Rice. Rafinha. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Gabriel tries to clear. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Rodrigo. He has found the way through. 15 minutes till half-time. João Neves. Strokes it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Rafinha. Szoboszlai. Well read, nice interception. Solot. And it's Kimmich. In with the challenge. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Ramos. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Played into space. He's in plenty of space here. Brilliantly cut out. Van Dijk. Vietnam are still behind as we reach out for half-time. And Rafinha. Bellingham. Van de Ven. And it's Hernandez. Now it's Rodrigo. It's Bellingham. Rodrigo. João Neves. Played back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Can he finish? And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. A moment that needed composure. And there's the whistle for half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will. Here we go again, then.
Vietnam really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack now, which means they're going to have to find ways to draw them out more.
DiMarco puts them all in.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Oh, it's terribly wayward. Oh, what's he done? Goes for goal! They want to be quick to recover this. Van de Ven. And that's gone loose. Oh, he's had a shot! He's kept it out just.
Gonzalo Ramos really looks sharp out there. That first touch, sensational.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Szoboszlai can get it clear. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Ramos. Oh, no joy this time. Bellingham. Now João Neves. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
DiMarco. And here's Ramos. Good ball, good take. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Timber. They get a throw in. Hernandez. Vietnam perhaps contemplating their next change here. And it's Hernandez. Olise producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Cucurella. Barella. Timber. Hernandez. Rodrigo. Solot. Matheus Cunha. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Barella. Oh, they can break here. Not the most accurate pass. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Barella. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Barella. And it's Eze. Looking for the run. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Cucurella. Cucurella charging forward, the ball at his feet. Quality ball. Eze. And here's Solot. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Rodrigo going full steam ahead down the left flank. Rice. Eze goes for a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Gabriel with the clearance. Rice. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Olise. Now this could be a chance. Takes a shot! Oh, off the bar! Ah, good steal. He just read it. Rodrigo. Rodrigo puts his foot on the gas. And here's Haaland. He's found a way through. Haaland! And that's off target. Hakimi.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And that's it. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, look, it was very one-sided.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. They do appear, Jim Beglin, to be going with a 5-3-2 formation.
Well, if flexibility doesn't have an influence on this system, we truly are looking at an approach that is quite negative. But at least there is good scope to turn a seemingly deep-lying defence into a more dangerous attacking outfit. This system will allow plenty of attacking numbers without necessarily compromise.
Matches Cunha! Oh, it's come off the upright. And it's DiMarco. In towards the back stick. And he's taking no chances there. Quality ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Played into space. Rodrigo is wide and looking to get onto this. He's got away. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Rice did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. No, he's just misjudged that one. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham. For one so young, he has wonderful intelligence and a great ability to read the game. The most expensive 17-year-old in the game too, and he's got a wonderful natural feel of space.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Short changes him with that pass. Rodrigo. Hernandez has it out wide and in space.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
And it's made its way to him. Now, terrific header!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Timber in acres of space out wide. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Rice. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. This looks promising, and he's certainly onside here. Oh, smashing header! Oh, he's hit the bar! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Rice.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
He's gone for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Hernandez goes short. Rice wins the duel this time. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well timed, excellent interception. And it's DiMarco. That's a pretty loose pass. Matches Cunha. Oh, no joy this time. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, there's the clearance. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. They've won a corner. Barella with the clearance. Look at the space here. Bellingham. Vietnam can try it again now. It's their second corner of the game. Hangs one in. Gabriel attempts a clearance. And it's Van Dijk. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Hernandez. Rodrigo. And here's Haaland. Kimmich. Looking to play him in. Barella. Barella purring. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And the action is back on the way. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Well, that has not gone well. So, what can they make of this? Rice. That's a super give and go. Vietnam needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Passes short and sharp.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
DiMarco. Now there's a fine ball. And a shot! They want to be quick to recover this.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Bellingham. Best part of an hour and still no breakthrough from either side. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Barella. Kimmich deals with that comfortably. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Bellingham. Barella. Now it's Rodrigo. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's a promising position. Played in deep. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And now the breakaway.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Played over towards the opposite flank. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's shapes to shoot! They've done it! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. A 1-0 lead established.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Rice, your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
And that's the end of that. It all started. Decent chance! And yes, it's there! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Now, can they get him away? Rice. And it's Neves. It's Davis. Picked out brilliantly. Can he finish? They've scored! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Oh, that's a fine interception.
Vietnam really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Taken back almost at once. It's a good spell of possession, this. Can he finish? So close to drawing level.
Well, that's the response the crowd were looking for, Peter, and it's applause all round us here.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Olise. Rafinha. He is through here. Cross from Rafinha. He gets big. Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt. All too easy.
João Neves. Davis. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Gabriel.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Stood up well to him there. And that has left him in a heap. James. 4 added minutes on the board. Aimed beyond the defence, and he's picked it up out wide. And there goes the final whistle. Vietnam, pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. The action has already started. That's a cute ball. That's really well cleared. And he's only too happy to take that back. Pedro Neto. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I think we're going to be seeing an awful lot of...
Oh, terrible pass. Rice. Pedro Neto. And that is as far as they're going to go. Tries to pass it through. Lovely ball and a real chance now. And here comes the corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's been taken short. Oh, that's nice. Aimed beyond the defence. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's gone long. Pedro Neto. He's through here. Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Barella.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Bellingham. Can he finish? And again. There it is! There is the breakthrough! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Great vision. Picked out brilliantly. Matthews Cunha! Great effort, but no way through. Timber. He won't be happy with that one. He's in a great position here. Looking for a corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now that's well seen too.
Vietnam are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
There's the shot! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defence.
And the shot! No mistake! And they've got their lead back. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
And yes, it's him again. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Oh, Rodrigo! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Bellingham is onto this. Corner number 2 then. Barella goes short. Ah, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Now the ball in. Shapes to shoot! Rice gets good distance on it. Nicely weighted ball. Plays a sharp little ball here. Barella. Pedro Neto. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Well, that is one way to stop him. And it's Rice. Five minutes till the break. No, he's had it taken off him. Matthews Cunha. Timber. No, that's been intercepted. Rice threads one in. Passing is crisp and sharp. Bellingham. And the through ball. He has found the way through. Plenty to aim at here. And he's been shifted off it. Schuberschlei. We are into overtime. Looking for options for movement. Now that looks a decent ball. Hernandez gets it clear. And we hit half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
And the game has already resumed here.
Vietnam really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And he skips past his man. Barella knocks it out wide. Hernandez looking to play him in. Now it's Rodrigo. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Corner number 3 coming up. Barella plays it short. And it's Hernandez. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Now it's Haaland. Nicely shaped ball.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Barella. So, can they find a way to turn round this deficit? Some good work on the right flank here. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Barella. Now, who's going to be first to this? Bellingham. A header! Oh, denied brilliantly.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Vietnam needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And that was very necessary. Showing good feet. And he nearly went all the way.
Rodrigo just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Knocks it into space. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. That is ended up in no man's land. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Hakimi promptly onto that, and that is that. Rice. And it's Bina.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball. And
tries a shot! Now, who's going to be first to the... Decent chance! Brilliant from Rafinha! A finish right from the top draw! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Goes for a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So their fourth corner of the game. João Neves with the short one. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. Quality ball. Oh, that's superb. And he shoots! Off the post. Hernandez clears. João Neves. Hernandez. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
It's a promising position. Stood up well to him there. And it's Hernandez. Hernandez with terrific header. It's in. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Devoid of any complexity, but boy, was that certain.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Mbappe coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of...
Big header! Goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
This is quite a battle.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, that's a fine challenge.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Hakimi gets across to intercept that. Rice. Rodrigo. Mbappe. Good read, needed to be. And he's there to get it away. That's a pretty loose pass. Mbappe. Now it's Rodrigo. Biner played into space. Oh, well played, well sorted out. 90 minutes up and we will be back for extra time.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So to clarify, extra time will follow. Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Vietnam pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the looks a foul? Yep, referee's given it. And he's going to have his name taken. And he's had it nicked away. Rafinha for Olise. Hernandez. João Neves. It's a good run down the right. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Akanji cuts out. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Haaland. He has a look up. He slings. Up he goes! And somehow he managed to miss it.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Rafinha. Tchouaméni. Looking for the run. Haaland looking understandably energised after his goal. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Olise was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Tries to play it through. No, it's come to nothing. Half-time, extra time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? And so the last chance to find a winner. It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout.
This is the time you need that pace.
Can he get it through? Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. João Neves. Now, can they get him away? He's having a shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness, and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
And it's Hakimi. Cross to the back post. He gets big. He scores! They're level in a trice.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Can he get on the end of this? Mbappe! Oh, it's in! And that has raised the roof! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net.
Oh, what real chance! It's in! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous.
There's the whistle, and it is going to penalties.
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
120 minutes of action have taken their toll, but have proved inconclusive, and now this is it. Calmly, he puts the ball down on the spot. João Neves is over the first kick. And he's found the net.
Pick your spot, don't change your mind, and the keeper should be neutralised.
Olise is engaging in a bit of mind games before stepping up. One.
Always a little more pressure when you're trailing, but it didn't show.
Mbappe is the man who's second in line. That's how it's done. He made the keeper commit.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper, and he guessed wrong.
Hakimi will take their second. No! Denied remarkably!
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
This to double their advantage. And that doubles their lead. Vietnam can't afford to miss another one. Keeper's gone the wrong way.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
This to put them 2 up. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Oh, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
He steps up to take the 4th penalty. Oh, he's managed to get it through the keeper. It's 3 apiece. Eze is the last of 5 scheduled takers. Oh, Cooley does it.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
Vietnam at the point of no return. Sticks it away.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
So both teams effectively 1 kick away from the precipice.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
Vietnam must score here to stay in it. Dispatched! There will be more of this.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper and he guessed wrong.
So is this to be lucky 7? We shall see.
Pick your spot, don't change your mind, and the keeper should be neutralised.
Lest you need reminding, miss this and it is over. Dispatched! There will be more of this.
Well, he totally nailed that penalty, picked his spot, and didn't change.
No winner through 7, on to 8 now.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
He must, but can he?
Great penalty under pressure. Again, picked his spot. I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
So where on earth is this heading? We're up to 9. And the keeper's come up trumps.
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
So on the cusp of where they want to be. He's buried it, and he's won it. Vietnam have done it. Taken to the very edge they may have been, but they have prevailed through sheer strength of personality.
Well, there's really nothing quite like the excitement of a penalty shootout, and they'll be absolutely delighted to have edged it their way.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.